How to write a radio advertisement. A very, very good question. Because, and this is my personal philosophy, I've been writing radio ads for 30, 35 years, producing them, editing them, good stuff like that, voicing them. And I can wholeheartedly say probably about 95 to 98% of the radio commercials out there are terrible. If you take a minute and just break them down, you'll see the same patterns over and over and over again. And the individual building blocks don't add up to anything. So we're going to go over a formula and a format that you could use to bury the other 98% and rise to, so you can rise to the top. You ready? Let's go. Now, by the end of this video, I'm going to give you a formula that you can use to skyrocket your radio commercials. Follow this format every single time and you are going to have a killer radio ad. I'm going to break this up into two sections because we're going to dwell on each one just a little bit. Are you ready? Let's go. Radio advertising is my first love. It's the great place to be, and I love writing, recording, editing radio commercials. They are very effective and can really do a very good job for you. So let's get started. I want to introduce you to, I'm sure you've heard of the AIDA method, the AIDA structure for any type of an ad. But one thing I want to show you a little bit better that dives into it is called the PASTOR method, PASTOR, the PASTOR structure by Ray Edwards, my copywriting mentor, Ray Edwards. So if you see anything from him, one of the biggest things that he came up with was the PASTOR method, and using it for radio is a no-brainer. First is the P. The P in PASTOR, that's the pain. What is the problem or the pain that your customer or client is going to be going through? What is it that they have a problem with right now? Go ahead and define that problem. Now, of course, this problem is going to be related to whatever it is that you're going to be selling in this radio commercial. That goes without saying. The ultimate foundation is the one thing that you're going to be selling in this ad. And I do stress one thing. There are so many ads out there that say, oh, we've got this, and we've got this, and we've got this, and we've got this. You've lost me. Focus on one thing and one thing only. What I like to say is, if it's worth a mention, it deserves the attention. In other words, if you're going to just casually mention it in an ad as, oh, we do this too, then it deserves an ad of its own. If it's that important to you to mention it, give it a spotlight of its own. So the P, the pain in PASTOR, relates directly to the product or service that you're going to be selling in this particular commercial. So start with the pain, define the pain so they know that you know what you're talking about. The A, the next letter is A, that's agitate. First we're going to define the pain, then we're going to make it worse. We're going to add a little salt. We're going to sprinkle a little salt on that wound and really kind of grind it in a little bit just so they go, yeah, oh, kind of make them a little bit uncomfortable. So you've taken the pain and you've defined the pain and then you've agitated it a little bit. Next comes the S in PASTOR, and that is the solution. In other words, your product or service. What is it that you're talking about? For example, let's start off with if you're a financial planner, okay? The P for financial planning might be something like, are you absolutely confused by all the investment options there are out there? And the A, the agitate, could be, and since you can't even figure out where to go, unfortunately, your investments are at zero now, and you're retiring soon. So you see how we took the pain and then we agitated it a little bit. Now the S is the solution, and that's going to be your investment brokerage can get you through all of those confusing things and get you a solid investment foundation. So now we've introduced your investment house, right? So that's the first three steps to the PASTOR foundation. Now let's do TOR in just a second. This is the kind of stuff that we cover here on this channel. If you've got, well, first of all, if you're like a B2C type of business, this is particularly applicable to you, the radio copywriting. But also when it comes to YouTube or podcasting or something like that, that's what we cover at this channel. If you want to set up something for your business, I would hope that you would subscribe to the channel, because we're going to cover everything that you need to know to get all of those things up and running. So please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and don't miss a thing to get your business up and running on YouTube, for podcasting, for blogging, for radio commercials, anything audio or video. That's what we do here. Now, let's keep going with Pastor. The T is testimonial. And it can be something as simple as half of my clients see a 328% increase in their portfolio value. Something like that. Something, a little bit of social proof that what you do and how you advise clients or how you work with clients works, that it's a success. Some type of a testimonial. It can be a description or maybe an actual quote from a client or customer. O stands for offer. What is the offer? Come in today and we'll evaluate your portfolio for free to make sure that it's on track to meet your retirement expectations. So make some kind of an offer, whether it be something to maybe a free download, maybe a free appointment, anything along those lines that you can. Ultimately, what you're looking for is to build your email list and to bring them one step closer to either a purchase or working with you or something along those lines. You always want to keep them moving along that value ladder continuity. Keep bringing them closer in as a client. So whatever your offer is needs to get them to take one more step closer to you. And finally, R stands for response, or your CTA. This is where you actually ask for the sale. So get yours today. Call and schedule your appointment. Come by and make your purchase. Get on the website and order one today. That kind of thing. Whatever the final ultimate CTA is. That's the Pastor Framework from Ray Edwards. Look it up. It's going to do you a mile of good. PASTOR, the Pastor Framework for your radio commercial. Follow that and your ads are going to be head and shoulders above 98% of them on the air today. I guarantee it. Trust me, I've heard of a lot of the bad ones. Now, to go along with this, I have a questionnaire checklist for you. If you are going to be building a lot of radio commercials, just to make sure that you've covered all your bases, and before you start to actually put pen to paper and start to write, there are a few key questions you can ask yourself before you start to write the actual commercial. The Pastor formula is one thing, but the questionnaire checklist comes before the Pastor outline. So be sure to get your radio commercial checklist, your free copy right now. There's a link in the description down below, and go ahead and click on that and get your free copy to set you up perfectly for the Pastor formula. I'm Nick Natarella with AdWise Creative. Thank you for watching.